what components should I buy? It can help to consider 3 questions. What are my choices? How do you plan to mount the Trisonica Mini sensor? And to what will the Trisonica Mini send data? Let's look at your choices. Trisonica Mini wind and weather sensors come in 2 models, the flat base and the pipe mount base. Both types measure wind direction and velocity, temperature, air pressure, humidity, tilt, and compass bearing. The flat base features 4 hookup wires exiting the base and uses only the RS-232 protocol. The pipe mount base fits on a 1/2 inch standard pipe or a 22 mm outside diameter carbon fiber tube. Inside the base is a 12-pin female connector for hooking up the sensor. The pipe mount Trisonica Mini sensor can output data using your choice of protocol: RS-232, RS-422, RS-485 Modbus, or TTL UART. It can receive a trigger signal to synchronize multiple sensors. We strongly encourage first-time users to buy a starter kit because the kit contains what you need to connect the Trisonica Mini sensor to a computer for setting output parameters and becoming familiar with how the sensor operates. Anemoment data loggers are available as circuit boards or installed in weather-tight boxes and can receive both analog and digital inputs. They store data on a micro SD card that you provide. The circuit board only data logger is 110 by 68 by 20 millimeters in size and weighs 50 grams. It may be connected to either 1 or 2 Trisonica Mini sensors. The data loggers in weather-tight boxes are 151 by 80 by 60 millimeters in size and weigh about 400 grams. These may be ordered with external connectors for 1 or 2 sensors. The battery set option adds 150 grams to the data logger weight. We offer a tripod mount adapter for both the flat base and the pipe mount Trisonica Mini sensors. These adapters have 1/4 inch brass fittings to attach to a standard tripod. The Anemoment cables come in 2 types, double terminated and single terminated. The double terminated cable has a 12-pin male connector on both ends and is available in 2, 5, 10, and 20 meter lengths. The single terminated cable has a 12-pin male connector on one end and is blunt cut on the other. It comes in 2 meter length only. Now, let's consider how you plan to mount the Trisonica Mini sensor. If you're planning to mount the sensor on a pipe, we recommend the Trisonica Mini Pipe Mount Starter Kit. If you're planning to mount the sensor on a tripod, you can choose either the Pipe Mount Starter Kit or the Flat Base Starter Kit, plus the appropriate tripod adapter. Your choice depends on which communications protocol you plan to use. If you're mounting your own connector, we recommend the Flat Base Starter Kit, unless you need to trigger 2 sensors simultaneously, or to use a communications protocol other than RS-232. In which case you should use the Pipe Mount Starter Kit. Now, if you're wanting an integrated UAV-ready system, we do not yet have a solution for your need, but you may consider the atmospheric characterization payload offered by one of our authorized integrators, EMRC Heli. Now, the last question in planning what to buy. To what will the sensor send data? Keep in mind that the Trisonica Mini simply puts out a serial data stream in ASCII format. You decide how you will send, receive, interpret, or use the data. If connecting your Trisonica Mini sensor directly to a computer, a starter kit will have the things you need for this use. Similarly, the starter kit has what you need to connect to a radio or other transmitter in your existing system, such as a Pixhawk. If you are connecting a Trisonica Mini sensor to an Anemoment data logger, which data logger form will you choose? Well, if you have space, weight, and power in your system, and shelter from the elements if your system will be used outdoors. For a circuit board, consider a data logger 222 PCBA only unit. On the other hand, if your system is exposed to the elements and size and weight are not a consideration, choose a Data Logger 222 installed in a weather-tight box. Will you operate two Trisonica Mini pipe mount sensors simultaneously? Choose either the PCBA-only unit or the dual sensor data logger in weather-tight box. If your system must be self-powered for up to 16 to 20 hours, add a battery set to your order. We will pre-install it in your weather-tight box. Finally, what cables to buy? If you're connecting a Trisonica Mini sensor to the circuit board-only data logger, the starter kit contains what you need. Wiring instructions can be found in the user manual. To connect a flat-base sensor to a data logger in watertight box, buy a single terminated cable. You'll need to connect the wires that come from the base of the sensor to the wires in the blunt end of the cable. To connect a Trisonica Mini pipe mount sensor to a data logger, buy a double terminated cable of the desired length. If you are connecting more than one sensor to the data logger, buy two cables. If you still have questions about what products you should buy for your project, please contact us. We will be happy to help.